Okay, I am here at the fantastic H Club London in Covent Garden to have a conversation with Anastasia Innes of OMD. Hi Anastasia.
Hi there.
We're here to talk about business development in general, but firstly, how do you go about structuring a business development meeting?
That's a great question. I think that it's so important to get the structure right for a client, and obviously every client is different.
Mm-hmm.
So making sure that you get to the point that's really relevant to the client straight away. Don't beat around the bush, as they say, and make it engaging and entertaining in a way that is super relevant to the client. Otherwise, it's going to feel inauthentic, and it's going to feel staged and tired. So just making it super relevant to them and straight to the point, I think, is the best way for any business meeting.
Mm-hmm. And are you one of those people that likes to get a potential client talking early on in a meeting, or do you put your creds out there first?
Definitely want to get them talking as soon as possible, yes. I don't think that credentials, if you're already in a room with them, you probably don't need to be talking about your creds. They're not going to waste their time meeting you if they didn't already think that you could probably do the job.
Yeah.
So getting them talking and really listening to what they've got to say, what their business challenges and their individual challenges are, is key, so that you can hopefully come up with a solution for them that's right.
Brilliant, totally agree with you. Great answer, thank you. Times come for business developers where you might be getting poor cut through, hopefully
Right.
not that often, but how do you keep momentum going at those times?
Yeah, I think in business development you have to get quite a thick skin quite quickly. That's one of the joys, is the winning, but of course the flip reverse is always the losing. But I think as long as you continue to learn and challenge yourself from maybe those times when things aren't quite going your way, you can keep the momentum and keep the attitude up. And I think that just taking all the positives and generating value out of possible negatives is the best way to keep the momentum going.
Yeah. And in the worst case scenario, let's say you're on a bit of a losing streak.
Yeah.
How do you pull that round? How do you get everyone energized again?
It's tough sometimes. Yeah, it really is tough. I think that business development people tend to be very resilient people and actually quite positive, and they like the challenge. So sometimes they're spurred on from the losses to really prove everybody wrong, that that you're great and that you're right for the winning of things. And I think that as long as you maintain the positive outlook, and you really concentrate on the things that you have that are valuable to a business or to a client, and you can look back and be proud of those things, then sometimes it doesn't go your way, and you just maintain that positive outlook.
Brilliant. I totally agree with you actually about business developers being just generally positive and resilient beings. So great answer, thank you. How can agencies create a culture for business development?
I think it's super important. I think the most successful agencies do a really good job of that, creating that business development culture. I think that where I am, the senior management really push the business development aspect, from supporting the team, creating a sort of an energy and a buzz about anything to do with business development, be that pitches or organic growth. I think as well, as a business development team, we really do our best to make business development a positive experience for people when they are part of it. So they get opportunities to learn, they get opportunities to grow, and it's just a really interesting time for them to be part of something like winning a new piece of business.
Brilliant, thank you, great answer. Now, objections come along, obviously, but how do you go about handling even the most sort of simple objections in business development?
Sure. I think that you'll nearly always come across a challenge from a client, and again, that's something that perhaps business development people thrive on, is finding solutions for those challenges, and common objections. I think that really listening to a client and what those objections are, and then addressing them head on
Yeah.
often goes a long way, not denying them, not shying away from them, and then proving them wrong, or proving them that things have changed and evolved and moved on. And I think if you do what you say, and they can trust you to deliver, then those objections will very quickly be forgotten.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.